Welcome back to another episode of Mastering Master Mode. In the last episode, we finally took out the twins, our second of 3 mechanical bosses. The first thing we do when we get back to our house is open the treasure bag that we got and see that we finally have enough hollowed bars to craft our next set of armor, the hollowed armor. This armor set is nice since it gives me a chance to dodge enemy attacks and take no damage from them. It's a really nice bonus that can save my life. On the next night, I decided to try my hand at SKELETRON PRIME. With this new weapon, the Sky Fracture, I'm feeling very strong. Plus, with my mount, I'm actually fast enough to outrun SKELETRON PRIME when it's doing its head spinning attack. Just running back and forth along my platform, I'm actually able to dodge most of the attacks that SKELETRON PRIME throws at me. The biggest attacks to worry about with this strategy is the laser. SKELETRON seems to lead its shots with the laser, so they still have a decent chance of hitting you if you're not careful. Other than that, the only other time you need to be careful is when you turn around and cross back across all of its arms. A good strategy for taking on SKELETRON PRIME is taking out some of its more dangerous limbs first, like the laser and the bomb arm. That way SKELETRON isn't much of a threat. If you take out all of SKELETRON PRIME's limbs, you could probably run around forever and not get hit by SKELETRON PRIME. The fastest way to do it, however, is to just aim straight for the head, since all you really need to actually take out is the head. The arms won't keep attacking once the head is gone. So that's what I do in this battle. I go straight for the head, and it works out pretty well. This Sky Fracture is amazing. I can't believe I waited so long to get it, let alone this is the first time I'm even using it ever. It's so good. The almost 50% critical hit chance is insane. With SKELETRON PRIME defeated, I earned the achievement Buckets of Bolts for defeating all 3 mechanical bosses. I then head back home, grab the souls from each of the 3 mechanical bosses, and craft up a pickaxe axe, earning me the achievement Drax Attacks. With the 3 mechanical bosses defeated, the next step is to head to the jungle to mine chlorophyte ore and find life fruits. Mining your first chlorophyte ore gives me the achievement Photosynthesis. This jungle biome that I'm in is actually just beneath my home, rather than over where the normal jungle is. I don't really know where it came from, but this used to be a glowing mushroom biome, and for some reason it's changed into a jungle biome. But it did provide me my first chlorophyte ore, as well as my first life fruit, which gives me the achievement Get a Life. I then decide to head over to my actual jungle biome so that I could get my hands on more chlorophyte and more life fruits. However, the jungle is still a super dangerous place, the enemies still hit me extremely hard, and I take my first death of the episode to a hornet. Once I get back after that death, I decide to take a Spelunker Potion. Spelunker Potions are really nice when searching for both life fruits and chlorophyte ore because they'll both glow bright against a dark background. As you can see, I'm mainly focusing on getting this green ore, and off to the left you can see that there is a life fruit glowing gold and green, although for some reason I don't end up getting this one. I must have been too busy focusing on the chlorophyte ore as well as this random chest that I found to notice the life fruit. It looks like I'm heading over to it now, but I cut down instead of continuing up and to the left, getting the life fruit. I'm still exploring after missing that life fruit when I run directly into a jungle creeper that I just didn't see and take a very quick death from it. After that unfortunate death, I'm heading back to my jungle when I remember that I can take a life fruit and throw it in the shimmer to get an Aegis fruit, which will permanently increase my defense by 4. It's not much, but every little bit of defense helps. Shortly after that, I take another death to a hornet while trying to escape another jungle creeper. Like I said, the jungle is super dangerous. So dangerous, in fact, that even some of the chests are booby-trapped. I take 358 damage from this dead man's chest. I cannot believe that I'm still alive. Although it does remind me that at some point I actually do need to die to one of these chests, as it is an achievement. I'll have to keep that in mind if I see another suspicious-looking chest. While getting revenge on the hornets for taking me out so many times, I think I upset the queen bee, because I get a random queen bee spawn. I think what actually happened is the crystal on top of my head shot at the hornet, but since it can shoot through blocks, it actually hit and destroyed a queen bee spawner somewhere off screen. Anyways, queen bee is not an issue for me anymore, and I take her out with no trouble, even though I started on low health. After that bottle, I spot the last life fruit I need to get to maximum health. It's lucky I spotted it too, because right after, my Spelunker potion wore off and I would have never seen it. Using that life fruit got me to 500 HP, which is the maximum, and it also gave me the achievement topped off for attaining maximum life and mana possible without using accessories or buffs. I then find myself a spider biome because I want to get my hands on the venom staff. In order to do that though, I need to take out a whole bunch of spiders and hopefully get a poison staff. My first attempt here goes pretty poorly as I fall into the nest and take a ton of damage very quickly and die. However, on my second attempt, I head down and find that a poison staff had already dropped. With that, I can make the venom staff, which is a very strong weapon and inflicts a poison debuff that is very helpful. I then head to the arena that I built for Queen Bee, and I start expanding it for Plantera. I'm going to need a lot more space to be able to maneuver around Plantera. Unfortunately for me, I take a death to a Mimic, but after that, I spot a Plantera bulb which is really close to the arena, and I decide, what the heck, let's give this a go. Unfortunately, while luring Plantera down into my arena, I take a ton of damage. I end up having to use a healing potion right at the start, so this is not looking good. The main strategy that I have for Plantera is to try and circle around it while avoiding all of the pellets that she shoots. This is pretty easy to do as long as you stay moving constantly. You never really want to be standing still when taking on Plantera. You can see just how much damage the Sky Fracture can do here. I take Plantera down to half health in no time at all. Once Plantera moves into its second phase, that's when the real battle begins. She gets insanely fast and has a whole bunch of tentacles that protrude out. These tentacles make it really hard to hit Plantera and can actually drag on the fight a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm not quite fast enough to outmaneuver Plantera, and I take a death to her with just 3,000 health left. I was so close to defeating Plantera on my first try. I take a couple hits when I get stuck on the bottom of my arena, so if I flatten out the bottom of my arena, I might just be able to get a win. But with that death, we come to the end of our episode. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Mastering Master Mode. Also, drop a comment down below and let me know what you are looking forward to seeing in the next episode. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I am, and I will see you all next week for the next episode.